Hello there, YouTubers. This is kind of a fill-in nonsense thing. It started the heat season. You guys know I keep records. The wood box, I just took a wood box out on 11/27. It was a half a cord. So this week I burned a half a cord. I keep track of all my wood from, like, this is last year, this is the year before, and there's other pages of other years. I'm getting more organized and keeping this up. So that's where we're at on that. Guess what time it is? The wife's been decorating. She's got almost lights up. You can't see them around there. Anyhow, I got crushed Coke cans. I gotta grab my camera thing. There's the old scale. There's my bag of walnuts. There's the label maker. There's the wheels for the Canon if I ever get that far. The wife's got the ferns in so they don't get burned out. The cat wants in. Cat knows. It's not terribly cold out here today. It's probably only about, it's probably 40. It might be hitting 50. It feels pretty good out here, but I got my good coat on. Well, I gotta apologize. I didn't take you out for the working on the steps thing here. This was a very long, slow process. These are the cutoffs of a log I sawed, which I didn't know they would work. So that's one of the reasons I didn't film it. It took a long time to film it. This was another one section of that tree that came off, and you can see the crack in it. See the crack in that, and there's a lot of these pieces. This piece here just split off. There's some bad cracks in the end of these, and I didn't know whether I was going to get the steps out of it. There's another. It's I don't know what caused it. It just the way it is sometimes. So that piece, it's going to become firewood if it ever dries out, or bonfire wood. Anyhow, so I tried to make my steps. I'm working on those steps down there, and I didn't really want a step with a rut in it like this. So, and then sawing the log, just get what I wanted out of these. I needed 3 inches here. Anyhow, I was working till about 11 o'clock last night on that, somewhere late. So that's one of the things on the list today. I gotta clean this mess up. I was cleaning a little bit of crap from the yard. I used to have an old fire truck. This was the booster line for it, and it was bad, so I cut it up so I can put it in the trash. So I just took a regular saw and cut that up. This is kind of what's going on today. I guess I'll drive down to the boiler, show you the boiler. It's running right now. You can't really see the heat waves out of it, but it's on. We're gonna go down there and show you one of the things. Then I'm gonna take you down and show you the steps. Turn this off. This is why I like the totes or that size box. I actually like, I like those wooden boxes I make best. This holds about 1/3 cord. These back here hold a strong half cord. I don't know, you probably can't hear it, but the fan is back here fanning. That was that fan that I showed going through a while back. Here's my temperatures. We're running 185 right now. My return temperature is 130. So it's going through 3 different coils right now to come back, because it's heating the house on 2 different coils, upper level, lower level, and it's heating the upstairs garage. It's low on wood because my stack temperature is down to 250. But I haven't put wood in it since midnight last night, and here it is. I think that clock's behind. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock the next day. So it's done a 13-hour run. I don't think that clock is right. I'm not sure. We'll look at it. What's inside of it. It burns pretty clean. You got a little bit of coals in there, but as you can see, this is 4 inches refractory cement. The whole thing's lined with 4 inches refractory cement. I hold my water, and I can just throw one in. Of course, the ashes are going to come out because it's blowing in there right now. Close it back down. Now you'll probably be able to see smoke come out of the top. Anyhow, what I like about these is I can get, you can see how close I am to the door. And a lot of times, just for goofing around, I'll put wood in here to preheat it so it takes less BTUs, because this boiler's, it's got 2 inches of insulation behind the refractory inch, so this is 6 inches thick, 6 inches thick here, but it's still got heat that comes out here, so it preheats the wood. I don't know, it's probably just a waste of time, but I got this one in here, and this is junk wood here. I don't even know what kind of wood that is. That was that stinky wood from the summer. A lot of this is slab wood, and I like these racks because I use these racks to go get wood out of the when there's a, you know, small tree down that probably doesn't need seasoning. I'll fill probably half a dozen of those racks up, or one rack up a half dozen times, depending on what it is. And then if it rains or there's snow coming in, I just pull the plastic down over front of it, and if it's going to be real heavy, I'll stack 3 more crates up so they won't get snowed on. So that's that department. Now we'll go down and show you the steps. Oh, you can't see it down there. The leaves came into my building down there. I will drive that way on the way down there. We're just kind of, this is what I'm up to today and the next few days. We'll go this way. Over the river and through the woods. I'm sure you've been this route before. I know I've showed you this building before, but I had the leaves all cleared out, and then they came back in. They just blew in. I think I'm gonna put some Tyvek. I found a roll of Tyvek, so I'm gonna put it in there and staple it on there so I don't have crap blowing in there, because I got a feeling the rate I'm going, I'm not gonna have that covered up this year. I'm not too fast. Oh, we were down here a couple weeks ago showing those trees down there. I ain't messing with those till later. Now we'll take another route. I think you've been on, yeah, you guys have been on this route. We're going to end up at the, we're going on this one down to the new sawmill. Newer sawmill. It's still 70 years old. Bumpity bump bump. Oh, there's my neighbor over there in his Bobcat. He's tearing up something too. Anyhow, those boards that I made that were 3 inches, here's where they went to. Now, I don't know if they're going to crack out or not, so it's kind of like halfway temporary. Here's what I finally came up with, if I can find my square. Here's my square. I'll show you what we got. Still haven't put the drive shaft back on. What we got now is, when you drop the square, it makes noise. That's what we got. We got basically a 7-inch rise there. Then you come up here, you got a 7-inch there. Then you got a little bit under 7 inches. Then you got a little bit under 7 inches. I need to raise, I don't know why this, I guess that was a low board. Here you go. That's 6 3/4, 6 3/4, 6 3/4, and this one here is about, that one there is 7 1/4. Anyhow, the only thing that I didn't like about these boards is they were just too big and heavy, so I got a 1/4 inch difference between here and here. I'm going to take this one out because this one's a little low over here and move them around. Then I got to cut these a 1/4 inch higher. So this is 5 right now. I'm going to move it to 5 1/4. So I got to cut those out to get me over the mandrel. That's where I'm trying to get over. And so that's kind of what those went on. I wish I'd been able to get those through the planer, but it was more than I could handle. Let me tell you, those daggone things were heavy. They were I think they're about 12 feet long. You saw the cutoffs up there. And even still here, they're 105. But if I put them through the planer now, what happens, they get that scarf or scarf or whatever, scribe, or I don't know what they call that, right there, and it leave a divot right there. Now these steps here, I got to fab all that, so who knows where I'm going to be on that. That's what I'm working on. These were the pretty white oak logs or boards that I wanted to put there. That poplar was twice as heavy as these easily, twice as heavy, but it was green. Now we'll go back to Sawmill and show you the mess that's back there. It's got to be cleaned up. Just stuff I'm working on. Oh, I forgot, over here, see all those boards? I want to get to the logs underneath that plastic, the wood that's underneath the plastic. It's been seasoned for, this is the 3rd season on it, seasoned and under plastic. So if you've never seen that, I guess we'll take you over there. There's a lot of people that are new to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm the mess in motion, I guess would be the best thing. I'm good at making messes, not too good at cleaning them up. But I built this thing years ago from an old piece of plastic that I had, and air can flow through it. If you can see all the way through that, air can flow through it, and it acts like a solar kiln almost. It dries that stuff drier than you can imagine. You can't, kind of hard to see, but a big board there that I cut, and then it's up off the ground by an inch. You can see where I can put my foot under, so air can go under it that way. And this just collects the sun. It wasn't a very good piece of plastic when I had it. I'd wore it out. And then that worked so well. I did this other one. Here's another big load of wood. That's 3 or 4 things that way. There's probably, I'm guessing, 3 to 4 cords there. Here's a whole cord right there. That's for next year. I want to get, like I said, I want to get into this wood because this wood's been here for so many years. So I got to pull a row of this out, and then put a row of like these and like those down there in there. So I got to get this cut up and out of my way. And now that the boiler started, I'm starting to get empties already. You can see I got an empty over there because I just don't feel like splitting it and putting it in a pile. Because you picked it up, you handled it, it should go right into a container. If I can't put it right into a container, I probably won't split it because I just don't feel like picking it up twice. So let's go back to Sawmill and show you the mess back there from sawing that board yesterday. We're gonna go behind the mill. Oh, I got something good to show you too. I forgot. Haven't moved the cement mixer. Here's working on that. Here's an old irrigation pump when I used to irrigate. That's something that I got to get work done. The squirrels ate up the wires on it. I got to get working on that. There's another running gear in there. That's kind of what I'm trying to pull that log in the backyard out of. So that's a project. You've been on this road before. Oh, the sun's made it out. I can get a lot more work done when the sun's out. For some reason, it just changes the brain. I hope this isn't too windy. I got to reblow the leaves off the top up there and get them from the side of the building. Look at this. I think this is going to be the blower, what we're going to use to get the sawdust off the sawmill. Right good sized blower. It's probably got a 3-foot diameter volute on it, or impeller. The volute's even bigger. So that's where we're going for. I got to change the directions on it though. So I'm hoping that we can flip this, take all these bolts out, take the front cover off, should come off with it. Then take all the back bolts off. Then just turn this thing 180 degrees, and then it should change the direction, theoretically. And then we're thinking about turning this down so it comes out at the bottom, because the first thing you're going to do is come up out of here and turn it 90 degrees to go someplace. So if I have it 90 degrees, anyhow, just kind of kicking that around. But that we're going to work on that probably next week if the weather's not too bad. It needs a splish splash, so it's going to get pressure washed, which my heated part of the pressure washer is down at Jeffrey's. He keeps it in the building, then I don't have to winterize it every time. There's what the impeller looks like, and that's 16-inch opening there. That ought to move just about anything I want to move. I'm going to drive it. I'm looking at driving it with a off the back with a PTO unit off the tractor. Mark's got a nice little engine that runs his. I probably got an engine that I could put on and run this, but the tractor would probably be just about as easy with a PTO. Maybe later I'll put some type of motor on it and run it that way. But probably takes quite a bit of power to run that thing. I have no idea what kind of power it's going to run. So that's that. That's in the works this week. Too many leaves. I gotta get leaves away from the barns because I don't like them going in the barns. There's a squirrel. There's my pile of sawdust I did from sawing that log. I got another log up there. Gonna give it a try, I think. I'll bring you along for that one, I sure hope. Like I said, the boilers are running, so now I'm starting to get a couple baskets. We had a couple bonfires, so I got a basket there so I can get. I'm gonna work on this. I just don't see any point in you guys watching me stack wood, but I might do a little bit. Anyhow, over here is the big mess. See, I got that mess there from that cutting up. I got some more to cut up. I had this all cleaned up the other day, and then the wind blew a bunch in. Can you see this? The size of this bark here? It rolled off. It rolled off pretty good, but believe it or not, I'm gonna have to saw that up with a chainsaw. That is one big piece of bark. This is off another tree or two that I had here. The boys is over there. They're not real happy with their location over there. They've been Mark's me up there. I talk. These guys talk, but you can't hear them. They only talk to me. They're real shy when I get this camera on. Oh, here's something that's real interesting that you'd like to see. Just kind of a sawmill tip. And imagine this is on the carriage. I should probably just do a video of that. Anyhow, yeah, I think I'll just do a video of that. What this actually is. Actually, this is that way, because this is a flat edge. Basically, is what I'm doing is finding out what a double pull, what I can get on a double pull. Okay, and if you have a big log in here, what I'm talking about here is, okay, I had a log in here and I needed 3-inch wide, so I wanted to know what I could do to do a double. In other words, where I want to get a double pull to get what I want out of it. That's what I want. So if you got those, because if you have a big log and I need 3 inches, number one, that doesn't go to 3 inches. So take and put a piece of wood in between here, in between there, and pull it till you get a double pull and see what you're at. Then hard to see, but I had to move a couple of those little flappers to get exactly at the 3-inch. I wanted 3 1/16, so to see those little spacers, I guess, to change, that changes the stroke a little bit. So now I'm going, but each one of those is a 32nd of an inch. So I knew what I could do to get what I wanted to get out of that. So that's, if I do a double pull, so let's see if I'm on, it's kind of hard reaching, it's a little bit past 9. We'll go to 8. So if I go 8, see, that takes takes 3 1/4 inches. So you could do 3 1/4 inches, but I find if you can pull to a pin, it's just a little bit more accurate than that. But on 3 inches, it probably wouldn't make any difference. And I should have run them through the planer. So anyhow, that's what's going on back here. And that's why, you know, that's what I'm been doing today. I might do a couple short videos of cleaning up, or after I got cleaned up. Here's some of the junk from the last time where those boards just kept splitting apart. And if they split apart on the steps, then I'll just pull them out and put new ones in there, I guess. So anyhow, that's plan of action for today. I'm going to get started on getting all this mess cleaned up. I'll do a short movie, guess, when I'm done cleaning it all up, so you can see what's going on. So over and out for now. Bye-bye. Oh, another thing I got to do is pull that alternator on that daggone engine and see why it's not charging. Because one of these days it ain't going to want to start. So over and out. We'll see you guys. Oh, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. I guess that's about it. Over and out. Bye-bye.